Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Before I get into this, please subscribe and like this video for more content. And I'm so sorry for any fingers that you see, but this is the house that is on the property that we have purchased. This house has not been lived in since God knows how long. There's so much stuff in here, so please stay tuned for all the wonderful things that you will see. As you can see, the outside we will redo almost everything, but we will have to redo the porch. There's no steps, so you can see me leap up here and we enter. This is the living room and all the stuff that is in it, the mirror, the pictures, everything. This is the dining room, has a very good table. I don't think we can actually move it, so we have to keep it. But it actually does have very good quality stuff. If you go back to the beginning of the video, it looks kind of scary before you walk in, but once you go in, it's like a winter wonderland. It's like, whoa, I didn't expect that. But this is the downstairs. We have cleaned all this. There was so much junk. Table. The rest of it's gonna go. As you can see, my mom. Look at that. That is so beautiful. We are gonna keep that and I think like clean it up and restore it and put it all back together. But it is very cute. There are 4 rooms at the bottom, the living room, the dining room, and I think that's like a little area as well. And then there's a kitchen that we will get to. But there are some areas that I could not get to at the time. This is the kitchen. And we have cleaned all that out. Yeah. Oh, there's a bathroom. I forgot that there is a bathroom, but that like adds on to the kitchen. That is a very nice white cabinet, though. Some of the things that are in here are like really good condition because it's like from back when they actually made stuff very good, except for that tub. But some things are just where it's been like stale and it's just been sitting for so long. We had to throw some things out because, as you can see, we can't use that cabinet right there. So some things you have to throw out, but some things we are gonna keep for when we transform this house. No one will be living in the house. My mom has plans for it, but no one will be like living in it, if you know what I mean. So as we move upstairs, there are 4 rooms upstairs, and this is the first room. This is a water bed that still has the water in it. We don't know how long somebody has lived in it, as I've said before, but it was so much stuff just thrown around, and you can tell that this house was just neglected. It was just so much stuff. Like I didn't believe somebody could own that much stuff, but it was just so much stuff. And we have cleaned it out. Some of the furniture we have given it to people who need it more than we do, but some things we are keeping it. Look at the little kid clothes. And here is the next room. Look how horrible this room is. There's so much stuff just thrown. It looks like somebody tried to rob this house. That's what it looks like. But there's so much stuff in this room that I physically could not get into it, and I did not want to get into it because I was scared, like scared. I did not want to go inside of the room at all, but as you can see, there are like pills and everything. But we finally cleaned it out. Here's a little snippets of what we done. We had to shovel everything into trash bags and just get it all out. And finally, after a couple of days, we finally got everything out. Oh my gosh. I want to applaud my mother for this because she is a true OG. Trust me. Oh, look at all the beautiful furniture. Just a shovel that we used on the cabinets, and that was a very good dresser. And this is after some people had came to pick up the stuff, the bed and everything. They cleaned it out and they love it. And this was just a little bit of trash that was up under the bed that we could not reach, but we finally got everything out of it. The closet is clean. You can actually see the awful floors and my mom's feet. Wow, we did a good job. And then we go to the next room. This room was actually pretty clean. It wasn't that bad when we first got the house, so it's really nothing to see. There's gym equipment, there's a coat hanger, some beds. It's just been laying there. I think they got some stuff before we closed, but it wasn't much. Just a lot of hangers, some old CDs, records. We figured out that the lady was actually a teacher, so we found like workbooks for kids and everything. As you can see, look at all the trash. Look at our pennies. We found pennies in every single room. If I am correct, we found like $100 and something in pennies. And this is before in the room. Oh my gosh, there's two worse rooms, but this had to be the worst room because it didn't have a bed, and there was just so much junk. Look at it, it's just been thrown everywhere. I didn't even step in the room. Not gonna step in the room. That's no. But look at all this. And then another day we had cleaned it out, and we were just, all three of us were in here, so we were just throwing stuff everywhere, making sure we didn't find any money. But this was like another day, probably like 2 days afterwards. And this is the progress that we had made, and I just wanted to update y'all. And look at it, you can see it, horrible, but you can see it. As long as you can see the floor, I don't think it really matters. And as you can see, there's pennies on the floor. So many pennies, oh my gosh, so many pennies. And look at all these clothes, good clothes, bad clothes, everyone's clothes was just... This is the same day that the beds were taken, and I just wanted to update y'all because I not got that. Look at everything, and it's clean somewhat. We're gonna take off all the floors and everything, but this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, the work that we had done. That is the end of our tour, and I thank y'all for staying for so long, and that is the whole house. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!